Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 from Home Story Cup 2026. Gonna be ShoWTimE, gonna be Reynor. These two guys, rivals on the European ladder. Bottom right, gonna be a Reynor, world champion. Top left, ShoWTimE. Not quite a world champion, but he's gonna get there one day, I feel like, the German Protoss player. So Germany versus Italy today on the Falcon Paladin channel for a Patreon cast at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. For those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for at least $1 a month, 99 cents, man. I guess maybe it rounds up. Maybe you're being taxed on that. I don't know, man, but it's $1, right? Anyway, so if you're watching this the week of February the 28th, 2026, thanks for supporting me out there. Really do appreciate it. If you're supporting me monetarily on a monthly basis anywhere else, like maybe here on YouTube as a channel member, appreciate you there too. So let's go ahead and check out what's going on here. It's an Extractor Trick 16 hatch here from Reynor, and it's going to be a Gate Expand here from ShoWTimE. So no big deal. Everything's pretty standard right now. Not trying to trick each other, not doing a proxy hatch, not doing a proxy gateway, like a proxy 2 gate or anything, but that would be a good idea against a player like Reynor, because again, Zerg players at this level do not like to drone scout. Just one Overlord going across the map here. Terry, what's up, Terry? Brr? Brr? That's right, Terry. That's you. That is you going across the map. There's Terry merch at falconpaladin.store. You know that? Robert the Zealot merch there, as well as, guess what? We're not making a Zealot. We're going to go ahead and get a Cyber Core and probably get an Adept first, because Reynor's probably not going to do something that requires me to have a Zealot early, says ShoWTimE. There's the double gas. There's the expand. There's the second pylon. Somewhere there's a second pylon. Right here. Right there. Right in this spot. Boom, second pylon on the way. Pool finishing up. Reynor getting that gas. Is he going to go ahead and get metabolic boost first? Probably. If I had to assume what he's doing, is probably going to be a speed for those lings. Really good when the adepts show up. You don't have speed lings. The adepts show up and everything dies. Really hard to deal with if they're constantly kiting your slow lings to death. So there it is. Metabolic boost, 100 gas, right on target. Reynor's not going to mess that thing up. Not even close. And what do we got over here? A Stargate. All right, Stargate, pretty standard in the PvZ in 2026 and 2025 and 2024 and 2023 and on and on and on and on. But Stargate, I say, what I like about the Stargate opening is it does give us a bit of choice. We can make a Void Ray, we can make a Phoenix, we can make an Oracle. All three are viable options depending on how you want to play this as the Protoss. So I'm going to guess it's going to be an Oracle, just more standard stuff here. A couple Oracles. Maybe even up to 3 Oracles. Beyond that, it gets crazy. It gets hero-style PvZ, but maybe we'll see ShoWTimE doing that here today. Third hatch coming up about 2:30. Nothing stopping it at all. Lings working away on their rocks. Adept shows up, says, okay, first check, third base, got it. Second check, natural base. Okay, definitely have one of those. Getting a shade into the main base to check for a Roach Warren or a Lair would be a good thing to see. What's the gas saturation like? Well, right now, it's no gas saturation at all. Again, information you want to have. So here come the Adepts, and here's their vision, right? Bam, there it is. You can't stop them from shading into your main. Tries to get in here, and does finish the shade. Wow, sees no saturation on the gas. Sees no Lair, obviously. Gets 3 drone kills. And kind of YOLOs in here, and is gonna... Yo, gets out. Totally got out. Are you kidding me? 2 kills and out of there. Impressive stuff. Hey, look, it's an Oracle. I was right. Okay, Adept does get picked off there because speedlings are pretty good, but Oracle into this base says, you don't have a Spore. You have 1 Queen here. We're going to get a couple more kills while we're at it. 3 kills on the Oracle and gets out with her skin as well. Lings on the counterattack say, hey, all right, you killed some of my drones. What if I delayed your third base? Cool. So Probe, that was going to make a third base, dies. Pylon, that was going to help protect the third base, also dies. Oracle shows up and says, okay, how many lings do you want to sacrifice for this little play? 6 drones have died, 4 lings have gone down. Resources lost about even, 400 to 406. And there's the third base at 413. So now we have defense for it. We have an Adept, we have an Oracle, everything's going to be fine. Queens all over the place here, obviously. Finally, Spores coming in a little bit late on the Spores meant more drones died than needed to there. I really believe that, but hey, Reynor can afford to slip up sometimes, especially when it gets crazy as when Adepts show up in your main base. You're like, wait, what? Why are there Adepts in my main? That doesn't make any sense at all. And it didn't. It simply did not make any sense whatsoever. Now, Lings heading out. Check it. Is there a quick 4th base? Can we get into this 3rd base and cancel it? Where'd the Adept go? Adept is not here. Oracle is here. Oracle's enough to save it. Oracle DPS is insane. Here comes some Adept, and here comes some Oracles. Again, 3 Oracles, that's where you want to be. Anything beyond that, you're kind of getting a little bit nuts. You're getting hero style, which can work. It's not the most impossible thing in the world. So there's the Spore. There, all the Adepts finish the Shade, and then have to recall out of there. Yeah, surrounded by Lings, man. Can you imagine if you could continue shooting and attacking while you're being recalled out of there? How good would that be? It'd be much better than recall as it stands. And recall is already pretty great, man. You overextended? What's that? You're on the wrong side of the map. You need to get out of there. Bam, done. One button, click, you're out. It's so nice. 4th base on the right side for Reynor. Any sign of what we're doing? He's getting a lair. No sign of a Roach Warren. Oh, just kidding. There's a Roach Warren. No sign of a Baneling Nest. I think that's a Roach Warren just for safety roaches in case it is kind of some kind of a massive. Ooh, a couple of probes getting picked off there. Mass Adept style play. Oh, these guys are previously injured from before. Dead, and dead. Ah! Every Adept here dies. Stalker warps in to save these probes. Oracles come back to save these probes too. And zippity zappity. Get out of here. Warp Prism on the way. Loving that. Charge 2. Templar Archives probably means Psystorm from ShoWTimE eventually if we get to that point in this game. So 5th base, double expanding. Reynor, 4th base, right side, 5th base. Well, kind of left side, bottom side here, I guess. Double Evolution Chamber. We're getting Overlord Speed. What? It is going to be... Okay, it is going to be Roaches. Glial Reconstitution says we are actually going to focus on Roaches here. Speed Roaches says we're going to be aggressive. He cancels an Evolution Chamber. Interesting. But, yeah, slow Roaches say defense. Speed Roaches say we're going to get across the map and try to kill some stuff. That's what it is. Oracle comes over, says, any free drones to kill at this base? No, Reynor's too smart for that. Okay, cool, I guess. Unfortunate. There's the Psystorm coming up. Thanks, Game Hard Interface. There's the army size difference. Reynor just went, boo! All the way up into the stratosphere with his army size, making 12 Roaches at a time. Income favoring Reynor as well. Now... Queens, Spore coming up at the 4th base to defend. 5th base not done yet. Not going to Spore that one up because we can't. There's no real creep. Wow. Could put a Spore here and then move it. Kind of a fun move. Immortals, good. Every Immortal's going to be good against Roaches. Although if they turn into Ravagers, that gets a little bit dicier. Ravager just kind of good against everything. Stalkers can trade pretty well against them, but the range the Ravagers have make them very, very dangerous. So let's see. I mean, it's just... There you go. I was like, when are we going to get some Ravagers? I just love the orange and the blue. Complementary colors, as anybody who is a fan of the Denver Broncos in the NFL will tell ya. So it's going to be Roaches, going to be Ravagers, going to be Lings, going to be friggin' 75 workers from Reynor, and a ginormous army. Uh-oh. This is a dangerous, dangerous build for ShoWTimE. He needs a lot of Storm. He needs a ton of Immortals. Good thing he's got both of those things, right? Well, 2 Immortals anyway. But 5 High Templar making 2 more Immortals while he's at it. He's got what he needs to handle this. He is known as The Wall, ShoWTimE is. So his defense is good enough to have a nickname associated with it. Let's see how this works. But this is... Oh, man. All right, here we go. Charging up the ramp. Link getting surround on some of those Zealots, on some of those Immortals as well. Gonna come in here with some drops. These gonna be Queens. Notice Overlords in case there's DTs. There's a size store. It lasts forever. The Queens are here. Oh, he's pooping creep to be able to transfuse with the Queens. It's a German taxi build. Of course it is. Of course it is. But I don't know. It's 108 to 66 army supply. ShoWTimE seems to be holding pretty well here. The Immortals getting hits. Shield batteries helping a lot. Size Storm really should be zoning out, but Ravagers are dying to the Storm while we're all looking at it here. Another great Size Storm. And Queen down, and the Queens die. It's kind of the whole backbone of this attack is Queens. And I don't think, yeah, we're just kind of stuck here. We're sitting out on creep. Army value was about 150 there just a second ago, but ShoWTimE holds it. ShoWTimE, The Wall, again, shows us why he has that nickname. He holds that attack with aplomb and with grace. Now, it's a lot of Ravagers, but they're pretty injured. There are no Queens to transfuse these guys up. There is creep to do that, which is nice, but no Queens to actually do it. The Ravagers are going to go home, and these Overlords are like, well, I guess we should go home too. We shouldn't be here undefended. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Anyway, Infestation Pit from Reynor. He says, that attack failed miserably. Let's get another Evolution Chamber. Let's get Infestation Pit for Hive Tech, because our Lings right now have no upgrades and, well, Metabolic Boost, and that's it. Missile attack coming in, +1. Again, no missile attack, no armor for anything on the ground here. or the sky, for that matter, for the Zerg. So he showed up with 0/0 Roaches and Ravagers. Speed for the Roaches. Ravagers don't get a specific upgrade like that. They're just kind of fast anyway because they're a little bit more expensive, and that's the trade-off. And ShoWTimE says, cool, we held resources lost here, 5,900 to 3,000. Reynor more. Army value, look at this. Huge advantage. Now not so huge. Not so huge anymore. Zealots, cannons. We defend the 4th base in this house. However, this is a lot of Ravagers, man. These Zealots can't do it all by themselves. Not even close. Oh, man, an attack up here, too. I like the split. Roaches to the natural base. The 4th base under attack by a lot of Ravagers and Lings. But Storm shows up. Oh, gosh, these Ravagers trying to chase through the storm, man. Oh, golly. Storm is good, man. Ooh, good stasis on some of these Lings. Any of them escape the position? No. Not even close. Zealots on the run by getting a couple drones and into a base that has a queen, and that's about it for defense. Queen, again, no upgrades for her. No armor attack. No armor, no attack. Actually, +1 I think is done for her now. She does have a +1 at missile attack, but +2 on the Zealots means they're going to fight pretty well here. Good position, too. Zling can't quite get a full surround, but then Hydras come out, and Hydraling is going to handle them just fine. So, double Lurker Den for double upgrades with the Hive. Going to get the Adaptive Talons. Going to get the Seismic Spines. 9 drones have died. ShoWTimE on the offensive here. But counterattacking Lings into a base. Zealot, Cannon. Cannon doing a lot of work here. Pow, 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 pow. On the other side of it, though, ShoWTimE continuing to shark around. Continuing to storm. Either to do damage or just to kind of zone out the Zerg army from a position where the Zerg wants to set up. Oh, 4th base goes down immediately, or this is the 5th base. 5th base goes down immediately. Nothing defending it at all. That's going to make a lot of sense. Army value, even Steven, folks. Look at that. Look at that graph and be very afraid, Zerg players. This is looking good. Ooh, a fleet beacon from ShoWTimE. He's not planning on going carriers here on Winter Madness, is he? Is he? Boy, I sure hope not. Lurkers are out. Not a huge fan of Lurkers against Protoss just because Psystorm and Immortals are so good against them. Yeah, and I mean, they do bonus versus armored, which means they don't do very well even against these High Templar. It takes a minute to kill them. Warping in Zealots in the natural base, though. That is such a great move. Infestation Pit dies. Not that we really need that right now, but yeah, the Hive is done, thanks. Unless we wanted to make Infestors, I guess. But yeah, the whole army comes back to deal with this. You could probably push up here a little bit further, but the Lurkers kind of holding the position a little bit here. The Immortals, I think, could crush that, but ShoWTimE is being more patient. Not willing to lose anything here. 3 drones died during that attack. A total of 19 drones have gone down. 4 probes have died on the other side of it, too. Psy stormed up, and Lurkers died to the Psy Storm. So the Immortals especially. Kind of hard to see because the Immortals are just kind of hit scan units. They don't have projectile attacks. I mean, Stalkers are also hit scan and they have projectile attacks. But dude, the hatch goes down. Again, kind of hard to see what the Immortals are attacking. You just kind of look for little sparks of light on the thing. And like, oh, that's an Immortal attack. Nice. But check this out, dude. Reynor's down to 3 total bases. Hatch down, no hatch here. War Prism swinging in. ShoWTimE is taking it to the world champion Reynor here. Again, ShoWTimE, maybe 5 years ago, people are like, nah, ShoWTimE's not good enough to take Reynor down. He won a world championship. He is awesome. But then ShoWTimE just kind of leveled up. I guess partially because he's been laddering against incredible players like Serral, like Clem, like Hero Marine, like Reynor on the European ladder all the time. He gets high-level practice opponents constantly. And that helped him up his game. Some people will shrink from that challenge. ShoWTimE got better, and that's why I love him. So we're going Tempests with the Fleet Beacon. And Tectonic Destabilizer upgrade, too. Does bonus damage to buildings. Interesting. I mean, if there aren't any Corruptors out, it's not that bad of a die. Bad of an idea. Bad of a die? Bad of an idea. Revelation, really just one of the better spells in the game. It's underused at lower levels, but you will see pro players use it all of the time. All of the time. Just because, hey, if you know where your enemy is, that's 27% of the effort as to how to kill them. Nidus coming up inside the main base of ShoWTimE. Nothing responding at all? Cool. I don't think he can't see it is the problem. Great Nidus positioning. Lurkers inside your main. Oh no, ShoWTimE's looking so good. Lurkers are here to even something. Even the score zealots inside the natural base, killing 8 probes, but dude, 8 drones rather. But we got hydras here. We got queens here. Trying to defend against these tempests, but hydras don't outrange tempests. Actually, the main nexus might go down. It's getting very low into the yellow HP. Another Nidus erupts inside your main. Never what you want to hear happening at all. And I think he's just kind of sort of abandoning it. Dude, you need to kill. Yeah, the Niduses need to die. If you kill the Niduses, the lurkers are stuck here. I don't think they want to be there. Blink gets denied as the Twilight Council gets killed by these lurkers as well. Suddenly, ShoWTimE's not even trying to get up here. ShoWTimE's like, we'll let the Tempest handle this, I guess. The Psystorm from the low ground trying to handle it as well. But yeah, these Ravagers know they can't really do anything against the Tempest. You can Crucibile them, but they can dodge that. Easy peasy. The whole main base of ShoWTimE has been obliterated. There was so much tech here. But look at the Tempest just dodging Ravager attacks, outranging Hydras. I mean, we're just pouring more and more Hydras out to try to deal with these Tempests, and it's just not working. None of the Tempests die. This one has 9 kills, 13 kills, 6 kills, 3 kills, and ShoWTimE, wow, gets the win. Reynor put everything he had into getting across the map and killing ShoWTimE with that attack, and the Tempests were like, how about no? What an ending. Holy smokes. And yeah, these Tempests, he's trying to kill them with Crucibiles. He's trying to kill them with Hydralisks. But the Tempest Micro, the Tempest amount of HP they have is just astounding. They're expensive. Like most Protoss things, right? They're expensive. They have a lot of HP. They hit really hard. But dude, ShoWTimE gets the win. And yeah, Reynor is just kind of like barely mining over here. And here his main base is mining out too. It doesn't have any extra income at all. Income tab is highly favoring ShoWTimE. Look at that. Pretty even on the army value. And then bam, over the last 60 seconds, it really went poorly. Really nosedived for Reynor there. But yeah, Tempests, right? The answer to Tempests are Corruptors. If you don't have any Corruptors, you're kind of really going to struggle against them. So 3 kills, 5 kills, 12 kills on that Tempest. 5 there and 12 on this one that has 34 hit points. It's not a lot. Not a lot of hit points at all. And then just the number of stuff that died for the Zerg, right? 28 Ravagers, 36 Hydras, 15 Lurkers went down. It is a rare game where you wipe out almost the entire main base of your enemy Protoss and then lose as Zerg. But the death of this base and this base, and denying that base and the Zealot run-bys and all the worker deaths really slowed Reynor down a lot in that game. What did he end up with? He had 60 workers at the end there, which is not too bad, but 29 drones died. Just in a 15-minute game, that's going to be a big freaking deal. So this base is, I mean, this is just, these two bases being alive is awesome. These two bases being alive, not quite as good, right? Just because the oversaturation, the minerals going away here too, them being removed and reduced and recycled. And that's it. That is a good game. So, wow. Good stuff, man. ShoWTimE gets the win. He holds against the German taxi attack, which I think really put him in the lead. ShoWTimE did. And then he dealt... he went across the map, killed some bases, and dealt with the double Nidus Lurker Hydra Ravager attack inside his main base. There were queens. There were queens here, too, and it didn't even matter. How many queens died today? 12 is a lot of queens to die. And yeah, resources lost, 29,000 to 18. More from Reynor makes a ton of sense. Okay, well, that was a lot of fun. That was a fantastic Patreon game of the week, without a doubt. And that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Yeah.